All right, if you bank with Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, honestly, pretty much any major bank, you need to hear this. This is an urgent alert. There is a silent crisis happening right now that could lock you completely out of your own savings with absolutely no warning. So let's dig into what is going on and, more importantly, how you can protect yourself. See, in an effort to protect you, major banks have unleashed these new, hyper-aggressive AI algorithms. But here's the thing. Instead of just catching the bad guys, these security bots are making a huge mistake. They're freezing the bank accounts of thousands of perfectly innocent people, and seniors are getting hit the hardest. So, that brings us to the big question, right? How safe is your money, really? Because right now, accounts are being locked down in a matter of seconds. People are being totally cut off from their life savings. It's a complete financial lockdown, and it happens in the blink of an eye with zero notice. So, let's break this all down. First up, we're going to expose what's really triggering this silent crisis, and then we'll get into how you can start fighting back. Now, the crazy part is, the idea behind all of this actually started from a good place. The government was pressuring banks to crack down on financial scams targeting the elderly. And the banks, well, they responded with this automated AI system. But the reality is that this deeply flawed technology is now causing real harm to the very people it was supposed to be protecting. So what is actually going on under the hood? How does this AI decide to just freeze an account? Let's get into the exact triggers that are setting these bots off. It's officially called the elder fraud algorithm. It's basically an AI that is constantly watching the accounts of anyone over 60, and it's looking for what it thinks is suspicious activity. The problem? Its definition of suspicious is, well, it's way, way too broad. It's just flawed. And get this, look at how ridiculously normal these so-called triggers are. You could buy a $200 gift card for your grandchild's birthday. But since scammers love gift cards because they're hard to trace, the AI sees that and bam, red flag. Or maybe you pay a contractor for a home repair. Or you just log into your bank account from a new iPad you just got. To this algorithm, these perfectly normal, everyday things can look like fraud. So what happens in that split second that the AI flags one of these simple actions? What's the immediate consequence? It is immediate and it is total. Your entire account gets frozen solid, usually within seconds of the transaction. We're not talking about a hold on a single payment. We're talking about everything, locked down. And frozen isn't just a word. Here's what it actually means. You're standing in the grocery line, your debit card is declined. You try to log in online to see what's going on. Your access is completely revoked. Your entire financial life, all your savings, are literally being held hostage by a piece of software. But believe it or not, the nightmare doesn't stop there. Trying to get your own money back, that's where things get truly maddening. This is what we're calling the unlocking trap. You know, you'd think you could just make a quick phone call, prove it's you, and get it all sorted out. That's the expectation. But the reality, thanks to these new rigid security rules, is often a forced trip in person to a physical bank branch where you might have to wait in a long line and show 2 different forms of ID just to prove you are you. And you can try to call customer service. You absolutely can. But the automated system is just going to tell you it can't verify your identity over the phone. It's a complete dead end, and it's designed to force you to go to a branch. So you can imagine, for any senior who has mobility issues, maybe can't drive easily, or who doesn't even live near a branch of their bank anymore, this isn't just some small hassle. This is an absolute nightmare. Okay, so the big takeaway here is that you simply cannot wait for the bank to fix this after it happens. You have to get ahead of it. You have to be proactive. So here it is, your 3-step defense plan to bypass these bots completely. These are the 3 things you need to do, and you should do them today. We're going to set up alert thresholds, issue a large purchase notice, and designate a trusted contact. Let's walk through each one right now. First things first, log into your online banking and find the settings for custom alerts. You're going to tell the bank to send you a text message for any transaction over $100. What this does is actually pretty clever. It starts to train the AI that you are an active, engaged person who is watching your own account. It shows you're paying attention. Step 2, and this one is huge. If you know you're about to make a big purchase, maybe a new refrigerator, paying a roofer, anything that's not your normal spending, call the bank before you make the payment. Tell them you're issuing a large purchase notice. That way, the AI doesn't have to guess what you're doing. You're telling it upfront. And finally, step 3. This is so important. call your bank and ask them to add a trusted contact to your account. This is someone, a son, a daughter, a close friend, that you give the bank permission to call for one reason and one reason only: to check if a suspicious transaction is actually legit. Now, let's be crystal clear about this. This person cannot spend your money. They are not a joint owner on your account. They have no access to your funds. Their only job is to be a human backup, someone the bank can call to verify you're safe. And if your account does get frozen, a quick call to them can speed up the unlocking process like you wouldn't believe.
So look, the bottom line is this. Yes, the banks are using these automated bots, and yes, the system is flawed, but you have the power to override them. These 3 steps put you right back in the driver's seat.
Which really leaves us with one final thought. In this new age of automated banking, it's more important than ever to ask yourself, who truly controls your money? The answer has to be you. So stay vigilant.